Hey, thanks for checking out this video. It's an attached bench, and the corners can be a bit tricky, but they're not going to be when you finish watching this. It applies to many pieces of furniture out there, so now you'll know what to do.
Before we get started with this video, we have the announcement that we only have 4 days left for the free attached Decor. To take advantage of that, go ahead and check out the link in the card above or in the description below. This offer is ending April 30th of 2019, so go ahead and check that out, and we look forward to seeing you there. So we finished with the 3 corners, and if you might be wondering why I have this on my head, it's to give you guys a better perspective. I told my dad, I was like, you know what, I wish, because I was wearing the glasses, and I said, you know what, I wish they could see exactly what I'm seeing right now. He's like, we can make that happen. So he did. Put this together real quick. That's why there's tape on there. That's actually not what it's made for. It had a headlamp on there. Headlamp, I should say. Say it correctly. Headlamp on there. That was giving us a little bit of problems. So we're like, forget it. We don't need the lamp. We need a camera holder. And this is what we got. All right, so I haven't used one of these before, so please bear with me. I don't want to make it too shaky or whatever. I'll try my best. But this is what we're dealing with right now. We have this corner to go ahead and finish up. Now, we want the actual pleat to be like so. This is going to be a very rough looking pleat. I'm going to mock up right here for you. So it's going to be pulled over like so, right? So the first part that you need to do is this part, because this needs to get over here. Let's get started with that. Safety first, put on some glasses. Don't want any post safety here. Have a little puckering right there. Trying to get that out the best that I can. Grab that. And looking at the other side, looking at this side, it looks good. Excellent. All right. I'm liking this. Gonna pull down. If I pull down, just so you can see this, pull down too hard or with too much force downwards, creates this huge pucker right there. You don't want that. So what I need to do is I need to pull down and pull away from the center again. Get the gun in there. Let me work this out a little bit better. There we go. Don't stable yourself. Get up right to the corner. There you go. That's what we have. So you can get a better look at that. Still nice and taut. Say it wrong. I have been corrected, and I will learn. You know what? I want to bring the front. We're going to call this the front right now. This is the side. These will eternally be the sides right here. But I just want to make sure that you know the difference, because sometimes people get confused, and I do it myself, where I'm like, okay, this side, this side, this side, this side. Everything's side. You don't know what the person's talking about. I don't like doing that. So this is the front. We're going to call this the front. This is the side. We're going to bring the front closer to the corner right here. Okay, I'm going to have to stand up, get a better look at this. All right. I'm liking that. Grab my gun. Straight down. All right, let's pull out a little bit more. Trying to get the tension the same. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. Doesn't look too bad. You can look down. You might see very tiny. This is very harsh light. So any little imperfections you're going to see. It's good to work under, but it can get a little nerve-wracking because you're like, there's so many ripples, and you're never going to see that when it's sitting down on the floor just regular like. So we are good on that end. The next step is to just go ahead and bring this over to the side. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to snip up to this corner. As you can see, as I'm pulling, it started shifting over. So I move my scissors over closer to the side than the front. Going straight up. Okay. Now, this excess is going here. All this right here is going to be snipped out because, look, it's looking better now, a little mock-up. But all this, right from this fold over here, is really not necessary. And you don't want too much bulk in there either. So I'm gonna pull this down, keeping an eye on the side, okay? And I like to always just double check. So that's about the same height as the other one right there. But obviously we have all this tension we need to get out. See how the pleat wants to roll up? Here, let me do it again. Wants to roll up higher up on the bench. You don't want that. So it's just a slow and steady. Grab the gun, shoot. Really what you're trying to do is you're trying to make sure that the excess on the side gets folded under the front part. So this is the front, this is the side again, gets folded under and doesn't want to roll out. See, look, I got 2 pleats in there. I don't want 2, I only want 1. All right, so the next step, I'm gonna start cutting up because there's a lot of tension here. I know what's gonna be covered, so I'm just gonna go straight up here. Make sure not to take too much out. Take some cotton out of there. Get some of the bulk away. Okay. And I'm using my fingers to pinch a pleat. Rolling this underneath until I get what I would like to see. So this is where I like the pleat to really be. But I need to get all this excess out. And when you fold the additional excess underneath to pull the front, see, look, you're taking this, you're rolling more underneath to pull out the rest. The problem that you can have with this is that you get all the additional excess underneath and it won't fold over nicely. So you need to start snipping this away. But I want you to keep making sure that the pleat is ending up where you want, how you want it to look as well. So for example, I want something like this, but I know I need to tuck in more to get this ripple out, and I can't with all this excess. So I'm gonna start snipping or cutting this down. There's a better angle for you. Okay. Now, there's so much excess here, I need to have more tension on that. So what I'm gonna start doing is I'm just gonna start pulling this down like so and out. So I need to get a little bit closer to the corner before I can actually start working with it. Okay. Don't want to get too close because I still need to fold this underneath. It's a little happy ground right there. A little bit more right there. Perfect. Okay. So let's double check. Very close. I can pull the pleat down just a little bit more. So let's go ahead and do that. Pulling pretty substantially, and I'm going to take the nose of my gun and roll down. There we go. There's one. Take the nose of the gun, roll out that ripple. There you go. Take your regulator and work this thing down. All right? Push these through. Works with the cotton underneath too. Okay. And there we go. All right, so went ahead and looked at it again, decided to take it off one more time because you can see there you got some puncture holes right here. That's obviously below. That's where we're going to be cutting it off, so that's good. Took it off one more time, pulled this down a little bit more, and that got rid of the wrinkle right there. Still a little bit there, but it's a lot better, which is good. Also went ahead and took my regulator real quick. Used this, pushed in some cotton, loose cotton right there, and that gave it a little bit more body, which I liked as well. All right, so the whole thing is ready to go. The top is nice and tight. Next step is to take a razor blade and just go along the edge of the decorative wood, right up to where the staples are, obviously not past the staples, or if you hit a staple, it does dull it very quickly. So just take your time on that, just like everything else. And then the next step is to put on the trim, and then we're gonna be done with this thing. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a like and also comment if you have any questions that you'd like us to answer and save my assets. We also appreciate if you give a subscribe so that you can see more of our content when it comes out.
Hey, we could actually use your help, and you could help us in two ways. One, go into the description below to Patreon and donate any amount, because any amount does help us to do future videos, which we anxiously want to do, as well as share on other platforms like Facebook or your favorite platform. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and do look for future videos.